Aaron, the offense had been on a nice little run. How were they kept quiet tonight by their pitching?
Yeah, Wisniewski did a nice job for the most part, kind of just staying off our barrels. We just missed a couple chances there. Couldn't cash in there early where we had a couple of small opportunities. I thought Wisniewski did a good job. He spins it well, but I thought he did a good job with the cutter, having the two fastballs going two different ways, and that was enough to get off some barrels in some situations.
When you look at Cole, quality start keeps you in the game, but ultimately you guys aren't able to get it done. What did you think of his night?
Yeah, I thought Garrett threw the ball pretty well. Kind of good placement by Paredes there, where Pena's running on the pitch. Kind of an unfortunate one where he dumps it in for the single, but ends up scoring that first run, and then he's 0-2 on Varsho and loses him to the walk. Walker hits curveballs, probably not exactly where he wanted it, but probably not a bad pitch selection either, and he's able to ride it out. So it's kind of like he gave up the 3 runs. It kind of feel like. He pitched quite a bit better than that. Strike throwing was, again, really good. Thought his stuff was good. I thought he had most of his pitches going for himself at different times throughout the night. But we just obviously didn't get enough going offensively.
Aaron, errors came into play there in that 8th inning.
Foundationally, he's really good, too. So he will get through it. You just got to get a few going and then start playing, kind of carefree, free and easy a little bit. But when and I've been there, players get there, because defensively you're supposed to make every single play, and you don't make a couple, and instead of playing to go make every play, sometimes you guard against a mistake, and we got to make sure we guard against that. But over time he'll be fine just because of how skilled he is, and again, how good his foundation is, that he'll get through it.
Do you sense that's happening right now, that little hesitation of not wanting to make
a little bit of that one. Today's the one today is, it's kind of that in-between ball, so you're like, is the third baseman getting there? Is he not? So there's a little indecisiveness there. I think that played into that a little bit.
Randy.
When you went through that as a player, how did you get, was it in your head? Did you talk to somebody? Was it a good play that got you out of it? How'd you handle it?
Yeah, I just by being sound. And then when you're good at it, you kind of get there and get through it. And again, like, total confidence George will, again, because of how skilled he is and just foundationally how good he is, how fundamentally sound he is. Just got to, not go make plays instead of, guarding against a mistake.
Chris.
We've obviously talked a lot to you about Georgia's defense. Are you at all perplexed by this? No major leaguer
answered all these questions.
I mean, no major leaguer's done this in 4 years.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you make errors, consecutive days like that, and you're an outstanding fielder too. So, but that's why, I'll hang my hat on the fact that I think foundationally speaking, and again, how skilled he is, he'll get through this and put it in the rearview mirror.
He's played every day. Would he benefit from a day off at this point?
I don't think so.
Anyone else? Mark.
Tough one today, but just generally the way you guys are playing. I mean, how do you feel about that with a pretty big series coming up this weekend?
How'd I feel about
the way you're playing?
Yeah, I mean, generally speaking, obviously we're doing things to win games. Disappointing that we lost a series here where we had a chance to do that, to win another series. You want to rack up those as much as you can. But obviously a big series coming up and against a Boston team that's playing really well. So we got to flip the script here and turn the page and get ready to go tomorrow, and knowing we got a lot of baseball to play in these next 3 days with 4 games. So we'll be ready to go.
Okay. Thank you, Aaron.
Yep.